Kamala Harris raised $82 million during the Democratic convention. u.s.a. Vice President Kamala Harris raised $82 million during last week's Democratic National Convention in Chicago and has now hauled in $540 million for her presidential bid since launching her run, the Harris campaign said Sunday. The hour following Harris' convention speech, Thursday night, was the best fundraising hour of the campaign, Harris campaign chair Jen O'Malley Dillon said in a memo, and 1/3 of the donations during the convention came from first-time donors. 2/3 of the first-time donors were women, while teachers and nurses were among the most common occupations from donors, according to the campaign. The $540 million that Harris has raised since President Joe Biden dropped out of the election July 21 is the most in presidential campaign history during a one-month span, O'Malley Dillon said. The figure includes money raised by the Democratic National Committee and other joint fundraising committees, in addition to the main Harris campaign fundraising arm. Joint fundraising committees include independent super PACs, aligned with candidates, that allow donors to get around federal limits for contributions made directly to the campaign. Headed into Labor Day, our campaign is using those resources and enthusiasm to build on our momentum, O'Malley Dillon wrote. Harris trounced former President Donald Trump in July fundraising, with the campaign's main fundraising committee last week reporting a July haul of $204 million to the Federal Election Commission, nearly 4 times the Trump campaign's $48 million. The Harris tally included money she raised off a jolt of Democratic enthusiasm in the first week of her campaign launch. Combined with allied fundraising committees, Harris raised $310 million in July, compared to Trump and his allies' $138 million. More than 26 million viewers tuned in to the final night of the DNC convention. Nielsen. In the weeks since kicking off her campaign, Harris has passed Trump, the Republican nominee, in polling in several battleground states. Their margins are close and the race remains tight. The first debate between Harris and Trump, televised on ABC, is set for September 10 in Philadelphia. More than 26 million viewers tuned in to the final night of the DNC convention. Nielsen. In the weeks since kicking off her campaign, Harris has passed Trump, the Republican nominee, in polling in several battleground states. The margins are close and the race remains tight. The first debate between Harris and Trump, televised on ABC, is set for September 10 in Philadelphia.